Hello everybody, last knife review today. As you can see, I'm really busy. Florian Vorax. To be honest, I didn't find any in-use video for this knife. There was just a couple of videos which was like advertising for the knife from Blade HQ, I think, on some other companies. So this will be probably the very first in-use video for this knife. Maybe you saw my first video for it. Was my first impressions, if I can say this, impressions, because there was some, the knife came dual, simply dual, and with the improper proper sheet. So if you want to check it, the knife was dual. There is some imperfection in grinding, some same as I spoke about bark river knives. So this is there is the point, but it is not that big deal then on the bark river tracker I have. So this is the one. But in another thing, the knife was great, even the sheet. Have a look for my first video. You see the problem with which was there. So now we step further. So I sharpened that knife, so I hope so. Wow, see that? So it is working nicely now, so it is sharp enough to serve you well. The purpose which I bought this knife for is EDC. This is not that big, not that long knife, so we'll start with specs. So made as a Florian knife in USA from 154 cm, as you can see. Overall length is 8 inches or 20.32 centimeters. So compared to the cold steel Mackinac Hunter, which I did, it is a little bit shorter, even shorter. So this is fixed blade. So the Mackinac Hunter is longer, as you can see, even wider. Compare the edge, the real edge. So you can see it is blade is 3.75 of an inch, but we are talking about tip to the handle. So that's they said this edge, but you see the real edge is shorter. So, and in centimeters it is 9.8, so it is under 4 inches blade. So as EDC, or I think 4 and less inches could be as EDC. 20 centimeters is great because you see the folding knife in closed is 12 centimeters, so close to 5 inches. So this can serve you in some purpose much more better than the folding knife, because this is simply fixed blade, so you can do more hard task with the blade. We know it. So cutting edge is, say, exactly 3 inches, or 7.5, 7.6 actually millimeters. So this is actual cutting edge, so 3 inches and or 7.6 centimeter. Finger choil is a bit less than 1 inch, is 0.9 of inch, which is 2.1 centimeters. So finger choil, see, I got still space. I'm always saying my hand is a little bit smaller, which is good for these kind of knives, because I got still some space, so my finger will not slip on the real edge. Thickness is 4 millimeters. So compared to the, say, T2 tracker, which was 4.8, or another these knives, say survival and tactical kind of knives, which is DPX, and even Silent Hero, which is similar thickness, that's what we're speaking about. It's 3/16, which should be, as I know, 4.5 millimeters. Simply this is 4 millimeters, so less than that kind of knives. But compared to the cold steel Mackinac Hunter, which is 3.5 millimeters, this is 4. So this is not only fixed blade, but this is more sturdy. I mean, 154 cm is better still than AUS 8, I think. So this rust resistant steel also, which is great. So this is, the handle is G10, as I can remember. There are a couple of options. There are black, green one, this coil tan, which is also good. And if the knife is sharpened, This is hollow grind, actually. That's important also. This is hollow grind, so the edge should be really good one. I a little bit struggled with to put the edge on it, on the knife. I don't know, maybe because of the hardness, but I didn't find any details how hard the knife is, even on the Florian page. So it is a little bit shame, but it is like that. It weighs 6.2 ounces or 176 grams, and the sheet weighs 3.4 ounces or 97 grams, which is you know, I will change the sheet anyway, so the weight of the sheet is not now important if you really want to use the knife, I mean to carry with you, which I will recommend, because after it will be sharp. Maybe if you buy someone will be sharp than mine, okay, that will be nice. So G10, you see the holes, probably to have the knife lighter. Point of balance, wow, you can see it's close like M5, Lion Steel M5, so more than as a fighting knife, if I can say like that. See the drop point, this switch, if you call it like that, but there's 1.5, maybe 2 millimeters thick. So this is not sharp, no way, no way. You can make it sharp for yourself if you do your job here, if you like it, if you need for some reason, but it's not sharp, so you don't need to be worried. So you can baton through and whatever, so you can hold it very comfortable in this, even for the job. I said I got small hands, so for my hand it is right the size of the handle, but for someone with a little bit bigger hand, probably it is not the best length, so there is just 2 millimeters space and that's it. If you hold it in the like saber grip, then see the space here. There's a jimping, which is not sharp, it's rounded. Everything here is rounded. This is, see that? Even on the jimping, it is rounded. See the spine. So it is for if you got the knife in hand, well, it feels, to be honest, very nice. For me, with my small hand, this is like the handle is made for my hand. That's really great. That's really great. What else before start? To be honest, you see the hole for lashing. Someone says, you know, why to have the finger choil here, because this is under 4 inches blade. Why to have a finger choil there? You know, I think for some special tasks you need to use the finger choil. Could be, you know, helpful for slicing if you need in combat situation. This one looks like a little bit military kind of, especially with the drop point. It looks like a little bit like a stabber, but of course it is not. It is for me it is EDC simply. There is no, you know, this is not. It looks like stonewash coating. Anyway, I didn't say that. It looks like that. For splitting or something, you still are able to use that about 4 inches blade, but for you gotta reach for the knife if you need to have the 4 inches. But for the slicing task, for something where you need some small task, you can simply choke up and do your small stuff. I saw a couple of knives in this size which have this one. I didn't have SE4, I think SE3 got this one, but I'm not sure if they don't count the 4 as a 4 inch plus the finger choil. I don't know. So it's just, so this is 4 inches or nearly 4 inches, include the finger choil, which is important to know. Well, start to do something. We got here, so EDC, so it should serve you in your every task. So that was nothing really. You know, this is strong cordage. It is not just, you know, something. It can hold something. I don't have here some paracord, but this is great one. So let's have a look for this. I got couple of cardboards. See, just First time I'm going in these lines, so pretty easy. So I'm going through them. We'll see how it can serve. Wow. I said, yeah. So if you catch it there, so that's not problem. You see, so it is working simply. If you need to go through, yes, it is working. Just for me, you know, I'm going, you know, see in the angle. So I believe you can work with that. So even there is you can put a finger here in the finger joint and press and do these small slices if you do food prep or skinning on some kind of that task. Even if you open boxes many times, you know, and you need to, you don't want to stick, you know, you don't want to go deep to the belt, sticking belts, you know what I mean. So you just put the tip inside and just do this one, and you are done. Something like this one. So it's easy. So yes, the knife can serve in your I think most of EDC purpose, which is cut ropes, go through cardboards and open packages, letters, you know, as I said, cut ropes, and you know, some kind of these. Let's go further to the more outdoor activities. So let's go for it. You recognize this one. So first, some very light chopping for this fresh material. Even it is hardwood, it is about a half-inch thick. So let's have a look. First, just very light chopping task. So it can succeed. See that? So first time I will use the normal grip. Of course, the hand want to be close to the edge as possible, but you know, well, so it is serving well with the finger choil. Pretty nice. Let's have a look. Now something a little bit unusual for this knife, because you see the weight is here, the point of balance is somewhere here, so you know, you don't have really forward weight, so you need to hold the knife somewhere here to chop. This is dried oak also, so I will try to go through just with a free chopping. So see that. Moment. Just the camera. I hope. Wow, it's fixed enough. So as you can see, with the normal chopping, you can do it. But these I don't know how to say. Can I say jimping, or how you call it? It's sharp because it is G10, so it is sharp. These points are really sharp, so I feel them on my finger here when I do the chopping. The knife, if I'm holding here like this one, wanna move, of course, out. So, but it is pretty safe because you feel every single move of this knife, which is for the safety. It is good, but for your fingers it is not that good. If you will have gloves, you will be not harmed, but the but maybe it will fly off your hand, so you need to use your lashing. But anyway, this knife is I think meant to be used like this way, and this is dry oak, so not, of course, just, you know, I want to have some small branch to bake something, you know what I mean. Let's go to this one by batoning way. I can baton here much more stronger than with the cold steel, because this is fixed knife, so I think it can stand much more hard use. So it is done. It's about 2 centimeters, so a bit than 1 inch, a bit less than 1 inch, but it is hardened seasoned oak, so it is really hard wood. See that for the slicing, you can slice it here, but you can see it is hard wood. It isn't just something really thin. Because this one looks like kind of military style of blade, so just do stubbing, no slipping, no something, just the handle is nicely fixed. If I want to go through, I can go through the board, but it is, as you can see, it is really there, so I'm using the power for stubbing. I think good enough to do something. Wow, that was unexpected. That was unexpected, but it was split off. So as you can see, the tip is strong enough to stay something, some light prying, even hard stubbing. There's no point to do. No, you can stub it here. So it's great. What we didn't is the knot, so we'll try to do the knot same as with the other knives, but I will use the batoning for this thickness. Came through nicely. To be honest, more nicely than I expected. initial. Yeah, the finger choil is better for some easy tasks, for if you need to do some hard jobs, so it is good to hold it in right position. So very nice, very easy, and this is fresh wood, but as I said, not soft wood. This is probably when I did the splitting with the T2, the long one. This one. When I did this one, so this is the sapling of it. So this could be very hard. So this is definitely not something soft. So definitely, if you are able to find, you will need to do some notches, straps, or whatever these things, and you will need to carve whatever you need. So this wood will be only your choice, probably if you need something really strong, because there are a couple of options for another woods which will be easy to carve, and it have decent springiness or toughness, you know what I mean. So this is something else. Well, so we got the square kindlings. Slicing fresh wood. If you need to carve something like this, as I said, for the easy tasks, yeah, it is slicing nicely. You see that it's slicing nicely now. Yeah, it's great one. For some easy tasks, I will use the finger choil to finish it somewhere like that. Just for the small tasks, small tiny tasks, then the finger choil is going into business. So well, and for the toughness, I show you something, of course, batoning, which is always some handle if you don't know how the knife is sturdy, what it can handle. So probably this will be the very first batoning you can see on YouTube with the knife, and I chose this wood, which was same kind of like before. Hear that? No soft, very hard. Longer enough, so say plus 50% of length of the knife, and of course I will split in this. There's actually big knot, so I'll try probably this part. So to the real edge, it is half of that definitely. So this is about 5 centimeters or 2 inches wide, very hard wood. So not really easy wood. This is really dry. So Florian Vorax. What do you think, guys? Is it a good knife? I think it is. It is. Need to be finished properly, sharpened, and you need to have a better sheath. But this is great choice for EDC. If someone can stay 8 inches in length, this knife can be I think carry it even like unseen, you know what I mean, covered, that's the word. So this is great knife. Anyway, thank you for your attention. See you next time. Bye.